Hello and welcome to everyone in this our today's lecture. Now students, we are in the topic of electrochemistry, and in that topic we have reached up to the point electrolysis of molten NaCl. Now students, electrolysis of molten NaCl, before going to that we have to remember one point. That point is nothing but the electrolysis is nothing but what? Electrolysis is the process of breaking down of an ionic compound in molten state or in aqueous solution by the passage of electricity. This is nothing but electrolysis. What does it means? If we go in detail, we have to understand this point very clearly. This is nothing but when NaCl, which is in solid state, and that NaCl we have to dissolve it into corresponding its polar solvent, as this compound can dissolve in polar or ionic solvent. So in such a case we have to dissolve that solid NaCl into its corresponding solution, and that NaCl can be dissolved, and after that ions formation gets started. Means we will get Na plus and Cl minus ions. Now this is the process what we are calling it as a electrolysis, and which is nothing but the breaking down of an ionic compound in molten state or in aqueous solution. Now electrolysis of this molten NaCl, in this point we have to study its construction, working, its corresponding diagram, and the cell reactions which are taking place at both the electrodes. All these points you have to study in this electrolysis of molten NaCl. Now students, construction of a cell we are going to look at first. Before going to that, you just concentrate on this figure which is provided in your textbook. Now students, we will understand by this explanation. The electrolytic cell consists of a container in which fused NaCl is placed. Fused NaCl in the sense the NaCl which is in liquid form, that is in dissolved form. Now two graphite electrodes are immersed in it. That electrodes you can look at in this figure, carbon anode plus and carbon cathode minus. The left hand side electrode which is we are calling it as a anode, and right hand side electrode which is we are calling it as a cathode, having negative terminal. They are connected by metallic wires to a source of direct current, that is battery. Now look at this picture. You will notice that from these two electrodes the wires gets connected to the corresponding battery which is having DC source. So this is the arrangement which we have made for the electrolysis of molten NaCl. Now students, this is all things which are shown in this figure. Look at this figure. You will notice that in the electrolysis of fused NaCl, in a beaker the fused NaCl is taken and their corresponding ions are formed, Na plus and Cl minus. Now students, one thing is you have to remember is that the opposite ions move to the electrode which is having opposite charge. Now look at this figure. Anode is having positive terminal, and to this positive terminal negative ions are approaching. Means students, here opposite opposite charge plays an important role. At the same time, the carbon cathode is having negative terminal, and towards it the Na plus ions are moving. So this is the all arrangement which is made in this figure. Now students, if you look at the next explanation of this figure is that the carbon electrode connected to the terminal electrode of battery is anode, and that of connected to the negative terminal is of battery is cathode, that we already seen in that figure. In electrolysis, the electrodes are usually inert, platinum or graphite. This is the important point that you have to keep in mind. Now students, we are going to study the reactions which are taking place during the passage of electric current, that is DC current. Fused NaCl contains Na plus and Cl minus ions which are freely mobile, that we have already seen in that figure. When potential is applied, cathode attracts Na plus ions and anode attracts Cl minus ions. Now students, opposite charge means the ions which are having the opposite charge, they moves towards the opposite electrode. Means suppose Cl minus is having negative charge, it will move towards the positive electrode. So this is the case. When the potential is applied, cathode attracts Na plus ions and anode attracts Cl minus ions. As these are charged particles, their migration results in an electric current. When these ions reach the respective electrodes, they are discharged according to the following reactions. Now that reaction students we are going to look at in detail. Oxidation half reaction at anode, first of all we are going to see in detail. Cl minus ions migrate to anode. Each Cl minus ion that reaches anode gives an electron to the anode. Now students, you already know about anode is having positive terminal, and towards that anode Cl minus ions are migrated, and each Cl ion that reaches to the anode gives one electron to the anode. Means if you look at the electronic configuration of chlorine, it is nothing but 287 neutral chlorine. But if it has a charge -1 over it, then it will behave as 288. Now students, that extra charge which is present on that Cl, it gives to its corresponding positive electrode, that is anode. Now at that time what happens, it oxidizes to neutral Cl atom in the primary process, that we already knows. Now students, look at this first reaction. In the first process, 2 Cl minus ions, means we can say that one of the chlorine is carrying one negative charge, that is Cl minus. Like that, two charges contributed here, and when in the primary process, chlorine gets separated as a gaseous bubbles, that is chlorine gas, Clg that they have showed in this reaction, plus 2 electrons, means 2 electrons in the sense each chlorine gives it 2 electrons to the corresponding anode. Now this is the primary process. Now 2 Cl atoms then combine to form chlorine gas in the secondary process, that they have shown here in the form of reaction. The 2 Cl atoms, that is neutral Cl atoms which are in gaseous state, now here in the secondary process they will combine and it will form as a Cl2 gas. And all of you know that chlorine is a diatomic gas. So in the secondary process, this Cl2 which is in gaseous form is formed. Now if you look at the overall reaction of both these processes, that is primary and secondary processes, students, you will get overall oxidation reaction. Now here what we have to cancel, means which terms are going to be cancelled, are nothing but the chlorine which is present in the primary process at the right hand side, and the chlorine gas which is present at the left hand side of the secondary process get cancelled. And what the remaining terms which are present in the overall which you will get in the overall reaction, that you have written here. Now students, the battery sucks electrons to produce produced at the anode and pushes them to the cathode through a wire in an external circuit. Now students, all of you have got how electrons gets means the electrons which are got to the anode. According to that concept, anode sucks the electrons, we can say, and what it did, and in the next step, the electrons, battery sucks electrons, means battery plays an important role as a electron pump, means which sucks the electrons which are released at anode, and the produce means at the produced at anode, and pushes them to the cathode through a wire in an external circuit. This is an important point. The battery thus serves as an electron pump. Thus the electrons from the battery enters into the solution through cathode and live in the solution through anode. This is the important concept. Now students, after that, reduction process that you have to learn, like that of the oxidation at anode. And students, we already said that for one of the trick to remember at which electrode which process is taking place, we already told that anodic oxidation and cathodic reduction, that sentence you have to keep in mind. Now students, in this reduction half reaction at cathode, what is happening, let us study. The electrons supplied by the battery are now used in cathodic reduction, that we already learnt. Electrons supplied by the battery in the cathodic reduction, each Na plus ion that reaches cathode accepts an electron from the cathode and reduces to a metallic sodium. That process in the form of reduction we have studied here. Na plus plus electron, when they combines, it will form the stable sodium. So in this process students, sodium gets neutralized, and if we look at these two reactions which are taking place at anode and the cathode, now for the overall cell reaction we can combine both these reactions, so you will get the net cell reaction. The net cell reaction is the sum of two electrode reactions. Now students, look at this reaction, the overall oxidation half reaction that we have taken here, and reduction half reaction also we have taken here. Now students, you will notice that for balancing the second reaction, in the second reaction of sodium, you have multiplied the throughout reaction by 2 so as to balance the electrons. So both the reactions, that is oxidation half reaction and reduction half reaction, we have taken here, and the terms which are going to be cancelled, they get cancelled here, and after that what will be remaining here, that terms we have taken in the overall cell reactions. Now students, which terms are going to be cancelled in this reaction are nothing but the 2 electrons, because they are common in both the reactions. So the overall reaction you will get is nothing but 2Na plus 2Cl minus gives 2Na plus Cl. So this is the overall reaction. Now students, this is all about what we can say the working and the reaction which is taking place at both the half electrodes. But students, what is the result of all these processes, that now we are going to look at in detail. The first result of this electrolysis of molten NaCl is nothing but a pale green Cl2 gas is released at anode. We have seen how Cl2 gas is formed in the reaction, and the second thing is that a molten silvery white sodium is formed at cathode. That also we have seen how it is get formed. Now students, decomposition of NaCl into metallic sodium and Cl2 is non-spontaneous. Non-spontaneous, that word indicates it will stops after some time, means the working of this electrolysis of molten NaCl gets stopped after some time, means this cell will work up to some extent. Okay, the electrical energy supplied by the battery forces the reaction to occur. So this is the all about what you can say the electrolysis of molten NaCl. So in this lecture, what we learned is nothing but the when molten ionic compound is electrolyzed, a metal is formed at the negative electrode and the non-metal is formed at the positive electrode. So this is an important thing, students, that you have to keep in mind, and that point you have to remember. So this is all about in our today's lecture. Thank you very much.